super excited to get us into these live speaker introductions and introduce you to the wonderful experts who are going to be taking us through our topics today. First, we have Desha Elliott. Desha has a successful track record of consulting on business development, strategic partnerships, and digital marketing for both growth stage and established companies. Her current role as local market manager for AOF bridges community and corporate partnerships and resources to small businesses. Next, I'm excited to introduce Jacquelyn Rodgers. Backed by her 14 years of consumer packaged goods experience, Jacquelyn Rodgers founded Greentop Gifts with a purpose: to create products that represent what the holidays look like for Black and Brown families. Since its launch, Greentop Gifts has received notable media attention from numerous outlets, including Essence, O, the Oprah Magazine, Good Housekeeping, and People. So great to have you, Jacquelyn.
Happy to be here. 'Tis the season.
What are some key marketing trends or strategies that small businesses should focus on to maximize their holiday season sales? And Desha, I'd love to hear from you on this question.
You definitely want to make sure that you're starting, your marketing efforts early. Again, you want to make sure your customers understand why they've been your customers since day one. And for those who are new, right, to your products or your services, you want to make sure that you're one of their top choices. First is consistency. So regardless of whether there's a website, however many social media platforms you're on, your email marketing, even if you have events or things where you're connecting with your customers offline, that branding, that messaging, those touch points and that experience needs to be seamless and consistent, because you don't want to confuse your customers about what they'll expect when they're experiencing your product. And then you want to look at customization. And so if you already have established customers that you're working with, you want to be able to leverage that customer data and be able to filter out or segment out how you can deliver personalized marketing messages to them. So for instance, if you are selling pet food or pet food affiliated products, right, the messages that you would say for your cat lovers should differ slightly from what you should say to your dog lovers, right? And everything in between. So that's where that comes in. Next, you want to look at collaboration. And so whether you're using influencers, micro-influencers, or even you're getting your ambassadors or your brand affiliates from wherever, say it's a college or wherever your target demographic is a part of. Again, that's where you're preparing early and aligning with them and helping them really understand your product, and you all agree to the terms of that engagement. Like, you'll need their support to help drive that traffic and to have that great experience. So if you're getting your ambassadors from Clark Atlanta University, you don't want to wait until December 1st. That's kind of like exam time. You want to be able to make sure that you're getting them earlier, and they're able to connect with your customers and know about your product beforehand. Again, so consistency, customization, and collaboration.
I love that what you shared. Collaboration is so key. I think a lot of times when you have a small brand, you look at people who have similar audiences as you. So I have a brand geared towards moms. They're buying celebratory products. So if you know someone that sells another set of products that are geared towards children and kids and moms, that's a great way to do a giveaway with them together, using their email audience, your email audience. So a lot of times for a lot of startup brands, we have to be scrappy. We don't have huge marketing budgets like other companies have, millions of dollars to throw at marketing efforts. So you have to use your audience and use your core customers that love and want to promote and share your brand for free. If you send them a few products, or you tell them, can you talk about these cookies online, or can you talk about my bakery? It helps them to help get that content, and then you can use it on social, or you can use it on your website or in emails to share with other customers that use generated content. And I think one of the other great ways is local news. If you're able to garner some local news, for us, it's always been local news has always been better than national news. Something about that 6 o'clock news channel, the local people watch it and they go right to your website, and we always see a huge spike. So there are some smaller ways that you can garner large press, and I think those are some of the ways you can do it. If you know that there is a school or teachers or there are moms or an audience that you know, in exchange for a review, you could get them to sample your product or talk about it. I think that goes a long way. Seeing people actually using the product, as opposed to a lot of times when we have a new business, we're going to take pretty pictures of it and post it online. But I found when we actually have people engaging with the product, using it, showing it, how it works for them in their everyday life, people feel a connection to it and they can understand, oh, this is how I could use it too. And then they're more likely to go online and buy. So I'm always for, if you're early on, using the audiences you have, looking at Facebook or looking at the user groups that you have, your kids' PTA, at school, or the soccer or the football team, or your church or your sorority or your fraternity or any business organizations. A lot of us have access to a lot of large groups, but as business owners, sometimes we are afraid to ask. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned in business is not being afraid to ask for help and saying, hey, would you mind doing this? And if they say no, okay, and you move on to the next thing. But a lot of times people are willing to help you get the word out as a small business owner, and they want to share because they love the product and they want to help you grow your business. So
yes, I love that. And we have so many stories of business owners just asking and it changing the course of their business and the future of their business. So yes, the worst thing they can say is no. So I fully echo that. I want to thank everyone for joining us today, for getting prepared, hopefully more for the holidays. I want to thank our partner, FifthThird Bank, for their partnership in these webinars. And I definitely want to thank Desha and Jacquelyn for their thoughtful responses and all of their expertise. And we thank each and every one of you for attending and hope you feel more prepared for the holidays. Thanks, everyone.